Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Tuesday Night Fistivities. Katie with you, Karyn Bryant here. It is Tuesday. It is the first Tuesday of 2022. Like I said, this is episode number 18. So we've had a lot of really great people on here. Last week, Dana White popped in and surprised us, which was really fun and just kind of threw us both for a loop. It was pretty funny. He was on vacation up in Jackson Hole, so that was cool to see Dana. But we've had on Bobby Green. We've had on Al Iaquinta. We've had on Clay Guida. We've had on Three Champs. We've had on Rose Namajunas. We've had on Sergio Pettis. We've had on Aljamain Sterling, Glover Teixeira. Listen, we had Carlos Condit on. We've had Lionheart has been on, Uriah Hall, Angela Smith. Who else am I forgetting? Oh my God, Dan Hooker was on with us. Oh my God. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Eric Anders was on with us. I said Sergio Pettis, right? So yeah, we've had a lot of just badass, awesome people on, and we want to keep it going. So those episodes are all over on my YouTube, just YouTube.com/Karyn Bryant. Over there on YouTube, we have a good time. And here is the man that is the walking embodiment of a good time. The man, the myth, the legend, Renato Laranja. Happy New Year. Hey.
How you doing there?
I'm great. Happy New Year. How are you?
There you are. I'm good. It's a brand new year. It's a new me, porra.
Is it a new you? Have you made some? It's a new year, new Hanach?
Well, look at me, caralho. I look at 10 years younger than last time you saw me.
What did you do?
I put baking soda and hub off some of the dark spot and put molasses, blackstrap molasses, and then I peeled that one.
Did you get work done?
Nah, fuck, are you out of your fucking mind?
I'm kidding.
Work. I got work done. I had somebody massage my feet. That's the kind of work I have done. And also massage my joint. Oh, caralho. Yeah, because you need some detention in there. You know, sometimes I'm healthy. I have a lot of testosterone. So my boner is strong. So it's you have a lot of strength in there and can get cramps because it's always it's flat. So then sometimes you need somebody to work out some of the lactic acid that's happening on there. You know,
this might be a new record of least amount of time on before your Johnson became.
Listen, my Swanson and me is inseparable. So if you listen, Karyn Bryant, if you got a problem with my Swanson, you'll have a problem with me because if he go, I me go.
I'm just saying.
He's part of this program too.
I thought we could start the new year off on a little bit more of a high, like on a little bit more of an elevated, like, hey.
Yeah, it did get elevated for her too many times. That's why I need to calm down because you need to massage that one, and you need to use a reflexology on that one.
Were the holidays stressful?
Now, but my Swanson, you know when you see reflexology, you go to a place that have like Chinese medicine, and you have the pressure point. It's similar to that. Like each part of the vein is like the meridian, and then you can do there, and then it's deal with your lower back and your spine, and then you do there, and it's all connect. I didn't make it that way. My God was create that way when he was create Adam and Steve.
Adam and Eve. Eve was created from Adam's rib.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Adam and Steve. It's Adam. It's Adam. What's the next question?
So okay. So how were your holidays? So how are you? Like
the holidays was great. I was refreshed. I'm I feel ready to go. I'm ready to hawk. I got a lot of excited for the new year, porra.
Because the last time I saw you, it was right before New Year's Eve. And so
wait,
how was your?
Is it true that women when they play with their hair, that mean they attract for me?
No, it just.
How come whenever I'm talking to you, you go like this, like, come on, go on, you?
Because you know what it is? Because I spend the time. I don't like looking at myself for this whole time.
Yeah, but you look good. But you know what? When you look at me, you go like this.
I don't.
Why you do that?
I don't. I'm just saying. It's so you feel like you're just looking in a mirror, and chicks when they look in a mirror, they just start posing and doing, like, it's just a habit.
Fair enough.
So I try to just look at the camera.
So anyway, you were saying last week we
So
were
it was
talking
before New Year's Eve, and we were talking about knowing your limits, not getting too drunk, all these things. Did you play in your New Year's Eve right? How did it go?
I decided to do a New Year's Eve at the compound at my condo, porra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was relaxing, to say the least, porra.
Okay.
I'll spare you the gory detail.
Okay.
But
Hey,
it was
Simon.
very relaxing, and I was enjoying myself better than if I was to went outside into the wild.
Okay.
I don't need to do that on a New Year's Eve.
Right. No.
Especially with the Covino, because the whole time I'm at the club, I'm gonna have to win like this. Happy New Year, porra. Oh, caralho.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I think you can. Look, I know that you can stop Covino from if you do this one.
Is that
but
it? Is that
how
all you
long
do?
I gotta do this for?
Well, yeah.
My hand is get tired.
Well, you would wear a mask, but I know it's not.
I think it's not proven. I think I'm told that this.
Is that better?
Look. There's a certain science. The science is not out yet, so I think that a lot of people are saying that this was the one.
Okay. Okay. All right. It seems like a unsustainable method, really. Like, it doesn't seem.
Oh, really? Well, if I have a mask, what if I forget that one? These ones come with me everywhere I go. Wow. And then it's also, I make a statement. If I don't like what somebody's wearing or what they're saying, I go like this. Oh, caralho. Yeah, someone said a clothespin. That's a close second for her.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, so Cub is going to be on with us.
Oh, Cubby.
And I know you're a big fan of Cubby Swans, right?
Well, yeah, I'm a fan. The feeling is mutual because he's a big fan to me, you know.
Is he?
He's another one that came to my seminar, the same one as Condit.
Really?
But unlike Condit, he was sitting around kibitzing with people and trying to, look good and stuff like that. Instead of, he was in street clothes, the disrespect. But I think he had like a broken hand or something like that. Maybe perhaps.
Yeah, he doesn't seem the type to disrespect people.
Which is why it was sobering when he did that to me. I said, "Oh God, are you? I'm not you, Cubby Swans.
Right?
How dare you?
How dare you?"
Carlos Condit had his back for you, Uncle Renato.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of Carlos Condit, I was telling people that this is episode 18 of the show. A lot of people see clips that you post, and which is great, and then they say, "Oh my God, Renato needs a show," and Renato needs a show. So then I'm like, sometimes I come and I'm like, well, he has one, like this is from it. It's episode.
Don't get jealous from that one, Karyn Bryant.
I'm not saying.
Don't get jealous from that one. Your Uncle Renato is still here. He's not going nowhere. Look at you. You got your claws onto me, and now you don't want to.
I don't. It's not that. I was just trying to say that we could use this as a moment to let people know that there are 17 other episodes that we invite them to go check out. And
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, they should know that one. They should found out that. But yeah, you can use it as, look, if you think it's gonna boost your career and stuff like that, then I want to give to you a boost here. If you think that it's gonna lead to other stuff like a movie part and to host the Oscar or whatever. Imagine you and me can host the Oscar.
That would be amazing.
Or we can at least do like the Essence Award or the Source Awards or like something like that. The Independent Spirit.
I would love that. I would love to I love hosting stuff. Like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, give me a hot mic and an audience, and those are like, I'm the happy girl.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna just refrain from even whatever.
What?
But you're throwing softball. It's sexual innuendo, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. But yeah, we can do that one. You know what I would love to I would think I would be good, and you and I could be a good team to host the Hasbury Awards.
Yes.
You know, because we can just beat the shit out of people and you know, just to host them to death, to hake them over the coal.
I love roasting people. I really do.
I'm drinking coffee, if you must know, Poha.
Is that okay?
I've been asked in the comments what I'm drinking.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, sometime my cup have a grandpa's cough medicine, but today it's coffee.
Well, what would have been great to have, although you can't find it anymore, is some of Cub Swanson's beer. Because Cub Swanson is such a G that everybody wanted it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the OG Featherweight Cub Swanson.
Oh,
what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Look at us. Look at us. How do we look we doing here?
We're looking good.
Yeah, what we? I was saying us, but you look good too.
Yeah, you look great.
No, you look good too. Everybody like you, Poha.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Diego Sanch just comment in there.
Nice.
Cobb brings all the celebrity out there.
Yeah.
Well, at least the Mexican celebrity, Poha.
Yeah. We're a crew, you know.
Yeah, you gotta stick
together. Yeah.
You all you got, Poha.
Absolutely.
Simon. Why did they say that? Why did they say a woman's name? Why, when you say like, if I'm gonna agree with the essay, and then they go, Simone. Like who was Simone?
Man, let me tell you, when I was in juvenile hall, I just picked up the lingo. I never asked questions. You just learn how to talk like that.
You just said that. You said, "Oh God, you're Simone. She must have been a great lady for her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must be living in the hood in LA.
Oh well, I mean,
picking up all that lingo.
Oh, in LA, you see all that. You know, we have no shortage of people of the Latino persuasion.
Yeah.
But they all come from either Mexico or Central America. You know.
Yeah. Well, you must have good food around you then.
We got all that stuff. Anyone you want. You got Mexican. You got Peruvian. You got whatever.
Yes.
You know, all kind of shit. You don't see a lot of Guatemalan. I don't know what happened to that one.
Not too much.
Not the food, carajo.
And the Peruvian food, people sleep on it, man.
No, that shit is on point.
They got some green chili sauce that I'm like, man, how come nobody knows about this?
It's almost like a
I went to Peru. That's how I knew about it.
Yeah.
And I actually had one of the best pizzas I ever had in my life. It's in Cusco.
Bite your tongue. Don't get me started about pizza, carajo. We've had a lot of shitty takes about pizza on this show. And it's bring back some nightmare. I'm get PTSD from that.
Yeah.
Now, I had that one. He reminded me of, the Peruvian, he reminded me of a cross between Mexican and Argentinian.
Okay.
You know, kind of because they like, well, I don't eat that stuff no more, but they have it like a steak, and then they put a French fry, and then they have it like a green sauce and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like some, got a lot of stuff going. But they also have the Hyson bean.
Did you eat guinea pig?
No, I wanted to. It was on the streets.
Oh, that guinea pig, carajo.
And they, just barbecued like on a stick.
You mean the kind that you found in like the like a little kids have?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys is a heartless.
I was about to, but we were about to me and Will Fox, my buddy, we were about to do a 3-day hike up 16,000 feet. To be fair, we started at 10,000. But we went up to 16,000, and I was like, if the guinea pig doesn't sit well with me, I don't think it's a good idea.
That was your hesitation. Not that it looked like a little like a Mogwai gremlin and looking cute like a baby Yoda.
No,
It wasn't that. It was like, boy, I want to eat that little fucking guy, but he might not agree with my stomach.
Well, you gotta try things. You gotta see what it's all about. It's part of life, But
I like to try
some on
strange
a stick and
pussy
it's sitting
instead.
like mouth open, teeth showing. It's crazy.
Oh God, well, hey, different stroke for different folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. No judgment, but no, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have tried it. I would have been able to been like, I've tried guinea pig.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I've tried a lot of wild shit in my time too, like some nasty shit, like brain and stuff like that. Probably just because I wanted to say I tried it,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But whatever.
Right.
There's a reason why that's not the main shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, hopefully
that was. You don't have your brain at Thanksgiving, huh?
A cow or a goat, hopefully.
It was a Mexican place, so I don't know what the fuck it came from. And then at the Mexican place, if you go to like the heel low down, like the one where only speak Spanish and shit, and only where there's no white folk there.
Yeah.
They have all kind of shit on the menu. One thing that fucked me up was they had brain, but then they had one that just said cabeza. And I was like, carajo, like, what the fuck is that one? You know, because if you have a brain, and then one was the cheeks.
I don't like seeing
and then
lengua.
one was cabeza. So I'm like, what the fuck is left? If you took the brain and you took the fucking eyeballs and the cheek, what else you got there? What's left in the fucking cabeza?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna put a fucking skull on top of the tortilla?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
And
I
then stayed away from the cabeza. Huh?
Yeah, they take the tongue.
I've had that one too. But now that stuff is that's a
divulging.
To me.
I don't like when you see it in the deli and you see them all lined up.
You can see the chase buds on there.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Texture that gets me.
No, thank you. I had to see the tongue of a nice young lady for her. A nice why? Why you gotta look like that? He says he wants to eat a chunks and a guinea pigs, and you go, ooh. And then I say I want a chung, a nice young lady, and you go like this. Oh, caray.
Because it's off topic.
You bristle on that one. It's on topic. We're talking about a chung.
It's off topic.
I'll give you a topic.
You want to try things and experience the world. Down in Peru, a lot of people go to Peru and do ayahuasca. Is that something you tried?
Nah, there was a lot of people going down to do that. And I was just like, going to a third world country with nobody I know doing hallucinogens, that doesn't sound fun to me.
Yeah.
Like if I was going to experience it, it'd be like home with some people that I was close with, or it just didn't seem like great for me.
I don't think you would be able to relax through the process.
Yeah.
It might cause you to have a fucked up trip or something like that.
Yeah, and that's what happens. That's
You're smart.
In my younger days, I'd know that when you have a bad experience, the one time I did have a really bad experience, I was at a Too Short concert, and I shouldn't have been out and about because I was in a group home at the time, and I was on a home pass. I was like 16, and I was having a really good time, and then we were leaving the club, and two guys got into a nasty fight where a guy's his forehead got split. And I remember he just got up and looked at me all out of it and bleeding, and I was just like, oh man. And then we took off, and then from then on I just had a bad trip. It's like you can't be you got to be in like a stable condition, stable situation.
What were you on?
Acid.
Oh, that's a fucking war! Like to be on acid
never
at a Too Short concert.
Well, that you do silly things when you're a kid. Like
I
had no fear back then, and then I learned real fear. When you start tripping, you learn real fear. Like I don't ever want to do that again.
Oh yeah, I mean you could be taking acid and get thrown off by a cartoon that's on the TV or something. Let alone seeing that guy get his head fucking split open.
Yeah, and you also you never know what you're really getting, so it's not too smart.
Yeah, that never appealed to me at all. I think it's partly that because the whole it's made in a lab type thing, and I never, it just felt not natural, and I don't know, just scary. And I didn't like what people said, like, oh, it makes your brain connect in different ways. I'm like, I like how mine connects. So no, like
the one thing I always remembered is like whenever I talked about it, like the experience, you get like chills in the back of your neck, and that always kind of creeps me out. Like still to this day, if I talk about it and remember, it's like memory.
So
it's in your system, then.
That's what they say. So,
yeah, that's a trip. Great. Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But what else is going on?
Hey, well, so how was Christmas with three kids? Did everybody get what they wanted?
Yeah, I mean, me and Kenda just try to get each other some stuff like along the way. Like I'm like, look, let's just go to the mall and I'll buy you exactly what you want.
That? That's how you do that one?
Oh, yeah.
As long as it's in the price range. Because with fight camp, it's hard, man. It's I'm trying to focus on that. So we just try to make sure the kids were we knew they were going to get a gang of toys for my family. So we just got them clothes and we had to do it in stages. They pretty much opened gifts all week. So, but it was fun. Pretty chill though.
Nice. And they're how old now?
So the boys are 3 and Royal is 4.
4. Right. So,
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Did
twins?
Yeah, I got twins.
Oh, got identical or no?
Yeah, identical.
Oh, that's the trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble.
I mean, they honestly look like triplets, especially when they're all dressed the same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because when they're that age, it's like, they
Yeah.
don't have the defining characteristic.
Yeah. But I mean,
so cute.
did you guys catch their interview on? Royal got interviewed
Yes,
after the fight.
yes, with Megan. We showed.
No, I missed that.
Show.
Fuck.
It was so cute. Well, so that's what I was going to ask you, because they were at your fight recently, your win over Darren Elkins. That was in December, and they were there. And was that the first time they had come?
Yeah. Well, Royal had been. She went to the LA fight when I fought Moicano and Ortega. I think she was at, but she was so little.
Yeah.
And then she hadn't been because obviously all the COVID stuff.
Right.
And then the boys, that was their first time. And it was the first time that all 3 of them really could understand what was going on. The last, when I had my comeback fight from my ACL surgery, I fought Pineda. They watched it on TV with my stepmom and my cousin, and they were like, yeah, but they still kind of didn't understand. This time they understood, and they're like, oh, okay, this is what daddy does for work.
Nice.
It took a while to put it all together.
It's so cool. And the thing about it is now, like you said, you didn't want them to just read about it, right? Like you wanted to see it for real. So, but did you feel, because a lot of times you hear fighters say that they look out, they see their kids there, and it just really empowers them and gives them a whole different thing. Like, did you feel a different sense of like having them immediately right there? Because obviously they're always in your mind, but to be able to see them right there, did that affect you that night?
Well, I was a little concerned about it, because I've always had this, like, I'm so emotional around fight time, and kind of like a joke now, but I always channel all my energy, and it's like, it's either going to come out in rage or tears. Like I'm like balled up emotion. So whenever I see like my family or like, it can swing me either way. So I really don't like to see people other than my training partners before a fight. I just want to focus. Right.
Yeah.
So I was a little concerned that it could be a distraction, but I just knew that I wanted them there. Cause this is my 40th fight. I've been doing it for a long time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it. So I really wanted them to be there. And then I couldn't really speak about it at the fight cause I was so emotional, but I was adopted when I was 3. So those are like my first memories. Before that, I don't really have memories. So they're that age, so like I said, I don't remember my dad cause he passed when I was a baby, an infant. And I always hear stories about him and it's like really cool, but I don't have that whole connection cause I don't remember him. My oldest brother does. And so I just wanted to make sure that when people told stories to my kids about my career, that they would have some memory of it and be able to enjoy it, hearing the story. Oh yeah, I went to a fight, and not just like hear stories that they have no real connection to. So that's why it was really important to me.
Do you have a fear of like, in the back of your mind of like, oh, Carayo, I don't want them to see me like, I mean, it doesn't happen to you much, or, I can't even remember when that happened to you, but just to see you laid out or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, starch. Do you have a thought like, I can't let them see daddy in that position? Or do you say, fuck it, what happened, happened?
No, I mean, it definitely, that part of it motivated me. I wanted to not let that happen. And it definitely gave me some more motivation. And I don't know if they'll be at the next fight or whatever. It's just, this fight, me and Kenda kind of agreed that it was best for them to come. And
wow, that's
cool.
Yeah, and then not only that, but I offered to try to get like one of my brothers or somebody to help her out.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to be nervous. I can handle it. I feel like people may just kind of like, when you're nervous, people can kind of like rub you the wrong way. And she was like, I just know that I can handle all three of them. I'll get there. I'll get it done. I can do it all on my own. And I was like, okay.
Well,
and
cool.
so
Well, right.
she drove out to Vegas, got them ready, went to the hotel, checked in, got them ready, and then showed up to the fight with all three of them, which is pretty hard to do, to corral three toddlers. So she did a great, she got a performance of the night too for me.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
Well, I was going to say,
okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, and then at least, it's a safe space for her. Everybody knows her there too. And so like, yeah, she can at least feel like she's among friends and family there watching you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool because me and her being a part of the UFC for so long, like, it's like a second family. So
yeah, exactly.
All the people backstage were like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen him yet," and so it's cool. Yeah. And then the picture.
A lot better if you win.
Yeah,
that's a lot sweeter when you win. If imagine that same shit if you was like, yeah, this is them, caralho. Yeah, that's the kids. Take a fucking picture already. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. That could have happened, but it didn't. So we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks to my God that didn't happen. Now, now I know that you have you said that you was in and out of juvie and stuff like that in the beginning.
I just was there one time.
Okay.
And I was there I was in juvenile hall for 3 months, and I had to do 9 months in a group home after that. And
that's a long time when you're that age, God.
Yeah, so a year, and that was all it took. I learned my lesson. I was like, I was around everybody going, man, I don't belong here. This is crazy. How did I do this? I'm an idiot.
Well, now you grew up in a tough Swedish neighborhood now.
Yeah.
You have Swedish now. I mean,
I'm half Swedish. Yeah.
And don't they have like in the United States? They have these certain like Swedish neighborhoods you don't want to go into the ones. Now.
Probably in Minnesota.
Where they have windmills and shit that's broken down.
Yeah, that's Palm Springs. There's every color out there, and
there you go.
Yeah, I mean there's some tough parts of town, and I found them. I was hanging out.
I bet you did. I mean, I know I used to date a chick that used to live in the projects in Solvang, porra. You know Solvang?
Solvang, up the Dutch country. When you go up north out of LA, it's it has the little windmills. It's like the little
and it can be very dangerous there.
Afternoon getaways from LA.
Yeah, but they have a project there. Oh God, you don't want to go there. Anyway, enough about me and my conquest and Swedish women and stuff like that. I don't want to make you jealous because you betrothed.
Hey, I got a trophy wife. I'm good.
I know you do, porra. Well, don't let me just start talking about another man's wife, God, I don't want to think about that one.
No. Okay. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Now, Cub Swans, I know that a lot of women, though, even though you're Czech, and a lot of women is attract to you. I hear, your name get brought up there. Oh, Cubby Swans, all that kind of stuff. No, you don't believe that?
True. It's true. Come on.
It's true because you have it like, you have like they say you're adorable or whatever, and then so like and I can relate to that because I was the first. Huh?
You say that?
I don't say that. I listen to that. I have my ear to the street, and a lot of these women and some of the men say that you're adorable, and I can relate because I'm the first adorable fighter in Vale Tudo. I was that one. Even though I look young than you, I'm even old than you.
Yeah. Well,
which can be shocking to some people.
That's not believable.
Wow.
And when did you do Vale Tudo? I know you're the master, but when did you do Vale Tudo?
Yeah, before in the old days, we didn't used to have the same amount of people, the same exposure for her. So you're welcome for us to lay down the groundwork.
Thank you. I'm appreciative.
Well, you're very welcome.
Very grateful.
And I remember your old fights. Even I go back. I remember your old fights at like the Santa Monica Civic Center and bullshit like that.
Wow.
Okay, so I've been around the block.
That's cool.
Okay. Well,
when you was fighting Chobi's Chigerhart or whatever his name.
Oh, Toby Greer.
You remember that?
Yeah.
A long time
That
ago.
was at Hollywood Park Casino.
Oh, was that one? I get confused. All the, there's the different circuit. You had the Sportsman's Lodge. You remember that one? Sportsman Lodge.
Yep.
You have the Hollywood Park. You had the Civic
Commerce
Center.
Commerce Casino.
Commerce Casino. All that ones. Yeah.
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 Oh,
For sure.
boy.
Hey, I remember seeing you one time, Cub, out at a Bama thing out in Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And so you were coaching some guys. Like, had any of those kids, because now I'm looking back, I'm trying to remember who they were. Like, did any of those kids turn into anything?
Oh, I remember Gareth.
Or keep fighting anyway,
Yeah, no, none of them are still fighting. Gareth won a couple belts. He almost got on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
And he kind of like had restarted his career, did really good. He's living on a ranch now.
Yeah.
And another kid, Alex, he was doing really good. And he's just into fitness and teaches like spin classes. And,
oh, okay. Because there was a kid, he looked like a little Frank Shamrock.
Okay.
Well, Frank Shamrock looked like a little Frank Shamrock.
Maybe Dion.
I don't remember. I just remember, and I remember noting, we were all like, "Yeah, he looks like a little Frank Shamrock."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man, it might have been Dion.
I
remember there was a kid. I was helping set up those fights a little bit, and there was a guy, Rigo, who was supposed to be do big things out in the desert.
Yeah.
He was from a different gym, but I ended up having him matched up with a guy from 29 Palms, who was just a Marine, and that ended up being Dom Waters. And, he fought in UFC for a while. He was an Ultimate Fighter. And
nice.
Yeah, it was kind of a funny story. I actually sparred him when I had a cast on. I sparred him with one hand, like he didn't know anything. And, yeah, I kept bumping into him. And then at Jackson's and certain people just keep popping up out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, you're the same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he also direct Hairspray and
John Waters?
What's the other one? Crybaby or whatever, something like that.
John Waters.
Do you have a pencil thin mustache?
John Waters. Speaking of your cast, Renato said when you one time went to his seminar, you maybe had a cast on there.
Maybe he didn't. I don't know. For some reason, I in my mind he had a cast, but maybe he was just not training because he didn't feel like taking his haters jacket off or whatever.
He said, yeah, you showed up in street clothes and you weren't really feeling.
No, I think it was because I had just got done training and we were cruising over there. But
so just cruise on over to my seminar, huh?
Yeah, I got there late, so I didn't want to be disrespectful,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I know
too
how
late
it goes.
for that, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too late.
But I mean, I got a cast now.
Oh, thank God, Poha.
What happened?
My God was punish you for what you did. Revenge is served sweet and cold.
Your left hand there? You broke
my right hand.
Oh, your right hand. I couldn't tell. Yeah. That sucks. And you're right-handed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like the dumbest punch I did. Like when he was on the ground, I did like the short little uppercut and hit the top of his head, and I was like, "Oh, idiot!"
Ow! Ow! And so, but at least the fight didn't last too long.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to fight too long with it. But what's the prognosis for how long it takes to heal?
As long as it heals right, it'll be like 4 to 6 more weeks. It's been 2.5. Right. So I had a cast on that I couldn't take off, and then they just gave me this one I can take off. So I'm like a repeat customer there, so they take care of me.
You got screws in there and shit, or no?
I do, but not from this break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't.
Hey, well, you obviously, you already alluded to it here earlier in our conversation, but just saying, you're not sure how much longer you are going to fight. And, I feel like, I was talking to Renato before we did the show, and I was saying, like, it must be interesting when you get a contract and the people get offered you, like, you don't get easy fights. And so it's almost like every time a contract comes across, it's just like, especially when it's Elkins, it's just like, oh my God, like it's just a guarantee of violence. Like there's just there's no way it's not.
They're not doing him any favors, Paul.
Yeah. So you're like, how hard is it to keep getting psyched up for that? Because you have no easy fights.
I mean, fear. You know, fear of losing, fear of bad
Yeah.
performances, that'll get you excited, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the times that I've tuned that out and pretend like it's just another fight are the ones I didn't have good performances. So, you know, I mean, no one wants to lose, you know, and I think that always motivates me, you know, just and it's gotten tougher too, because people expect you know, you to put on a show, and it's like, yeah, I'm trying, you know.
Well, you always do. Even if you don't win, it's always a show. Nobody goes, oh, another Cub Swans fight. No, you know what I'm saying? It's the fans, is, whether you're gonna win or not, the fans is always gonna win that one.
Yep.
And that's why everybody love you.
Well,
we haven't had one negative comment.
Nope.
There was one guy who said something, but you could tell he was just trying to throw stuff to get us to react.
Yeah, everybody just loved, like, total OG. That some people have said you're the reason they even started watching fighting. And I always joke about it, but like Renato said the same thing. It's not like anybody goes, God damn it, why'd they fill the card with another bullshit Cub Swanson fight?
Yeah.
It's
gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting no matter what.
Yeah, you always know you're gonna deliver. And so but do you know, and I think I asked you this once before, but obviously you know, it's happened in subsequent fights as well. But like with Duho Choi, when you're in the middle of it, how much awareness do you have of like, oh Nikes, like this is a Hall of Fame fight, like this is legendary, like can you tell in the moment that it is that good?
I mean, that fight was crazy because it was turned into a whirlwind, so I didn't have much time to think, and I was just so exhausted by the time the fight was over that the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind was walking down the tunnel and into the, you know, the back of the arena or underneath the stands, and you see all the employees, and just the look on everyone's faces was kind of confusing to me. Like they were just looking at me like, what the you know, and I just,
you thought like something wrong with you,
right? No, like, he's not human, though.
Yeah, I just remember that like clear as day, just all the people just staring at me, and I'm like, this is so weird. I've never had people stare at me like this after a fight. It's usually like, hey, you know, but I can't explain it, but it was wild. Yeah,
because they was in awe of you. That's why. That's what the look was. No, for you.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean the fight in general.
Do this, you know, like wow. No, I'm serious. That's what they looking like.
Yeah, I mean, I trained so hard for that fight. That we were doing airdyne sprints, which you know are the worst thing. We were doing like 10 seconds or 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off sprints. So like you're just raising your heart, and I did right before the camp closed camp. The last couple times we got up to 5-minute rounds. So
of the fucking airdyne?
Yeah. And so what is that? I think it's 20 sprints per
that shit
per round.
Let me when you're doing that, let me ask you a question. When you're doing when you're in the midst of that and you got some left to go and you already going, oh my fucking God, you know that feeling where your body is like, let's not do this anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have something in plain English that you say to yourself, or in Swedish or whatever, where you say to yourself, "Kabi, this," or is there something? Because you know, sometimes you go, "Oh, porra, I just want to stop this one."
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty inspirational to me, but sometimes I just tell myself, "Don't be a bitch."
That's it. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay. Yeah. And like, you know, speaking of the Nightmare Sanch, he said, I mean, he used to go, yes, right, yes. I mean, that's powerful too. I remember I tried that shit one time when I was hard in doing some training for something. I said, fuck it, yes. And I tried to tell myself, I love this. This is my favorite thing to do. I was just making my body think the opposite because it kept trying to tell me, get off this thing. You know what I mean? And I was trying to, no, we love this. Why are we going to get off this shit? And then you get off and you start shaking and like, you want to shake yourself.
Mental. Yeah. It's all mental. I mean, there's been times that I've trained and my body dropped and gave out. Like I've pushed it that hard a few times in conditioning sessions where my body just locked up and cramped all over, and I'm just like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I cannot go anymore. And then I learned how to, like, you know, take hydrator and just do a little bit better supplementation, and then now I can go 45 minutes.
And electrolyte for the cramp.
Yeah.
Electrolyte, sure, yeah. Because those cramp, when you get a cramp that's nasty enough, that's scary. It feels like it's never gonna go back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because I don't know how many people have dealt with this, but a lot of the fighters that I've trained with, you get popped ribs, you know, whether it be from getting taken down and somebody lands on you, or you get kneed really bad. But I have a couple ribs that they spasm sometimes when I'm cutting weight, or if I'm training, like I'm pushing it too hard and I start getting cramps, like one of my ribs will just go boom, and then I'll be
feel like somebody stabbed you. Yeah.
You're like, oh,
I've had that injury. I hate that shit because there's nothing you can do. You go to a doctor, you go, hey, look, don't fuck, just don't train or whatever.
Right.
And you're like, but I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because you get it from trying to force something in jiu-jitsu, and you try to twist out of something. You go, oh, boy, you know, like.
Yeah.
And
that's when you know, like, we're a different breed of people, because like we're in the gym and you're like, oh, my rib just popped out, and they laugh, and then they're like, oh man, I haven't been able to feel my arm for 2 months.
Yeah, everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
But the thing about that one is, like, you can't laugh. Even if you're watching a comedy, you can't laugh. And when you take a dump, I mean, not to be this, you know, but when you're going to the back, when you're on the throne home, you know, checking, you go like, you know, you can't, like, hey, that's the worst. Sneeze, you can't sneeze. Oh,
yeah,
none of that.
Yeah,
that sucks. Well, so since you do work so hard, what do you do to relax? I know, obviously there was time when you were sort of forced not to train because you were coming back from an injury or whatever. But when you do want to take time off and kick back, what do you like to do for fun?
It's, I love to golf, but I can never go because I'm always either my back's jacked up or my hand is broken. So I'm like, they're always like, hey, we're gonna go, and then I'm like, I can't go. So
that sucks.
But I mean, I just try to make up for a little bit of lost time with my kids, as much as possible. And then I really spend a lot of time with mentoring all the fighters that I work with, and I'm managing, and I do a lot of stuff, so I can keep myself busy. Yeah. But I'll tell you a funny story. Going back to this last fight, one of the funniest things I think was, I was packing my stuff the night before I was leaving to Vegas, and I was going through all my gear and stuff, and Kenda came out, and then she's like, can I help? And I was like, I got it, but what do you think? You think I should pack these? And I had a left-handed and a right-handed cast. And I was like, you think I should pack these? And she was like, yeah, odds are. That sucks. So after I broke my hand, they were telling me, you got to go to the hospital. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I was like, I got a cast in my room. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm chilling.
Yeah, because you know what they're going to do. They're just going to do that. You're like, this ain't my first holding.
Exactly. They're going to, like you said, you're a repeat customer.
Yeah, they're just going to say, hey, it's broken. And I'm going to say,
you're like, no shit.
Yeah. I know what it feels like.
Yeah, and let me guess. A cast next? Porra? Yeah. I got it in the fucking home.
Yeah. So we went to dinner, and it was a good rest of the night. Just hung out with the kids. Yeah. And then the next day we took them to the shark and stingray thing at the Mandalay Bay.
Oh, right. Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Very cool. Well, Renato, I was going to say, at some point, you should see if you could get Cub out at High Rollers.
Yeah, got to be. Well, first of all,
you love the grappling.
You've been getting a lot of comment in here. For some reason, I didn't know this. A bunch of people are saying that you're from Riverside. Is that true?
I'm from Palm Springs, but I actually graduated high school in Riverside because that's where I was living. That was where my group home was. So my senior year of high school, I actually graduated from Arlington High School. And which sucked for me because all my friends, like my senior year, but
that's hard.
Yeah, luckily I was smart enough to do to catch up on school. So all the other kids in my group home had to go to a continuation school, like a really, crappy school where it's just one class all day. And I had caught up in juvenile hall by, sneaking my workbooks back into my room and sneaking.
Nice.
When I did like a year's worth of work in like 2 months. And so when I went to the group home, they let me go to a regular public high school, and I actually played soccer, and then I randomly played tennis.
Right.
Wow.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I wanted to play. I wanted to be out of the house. So if you played sports after school, they would let you be out. And then
now, were you like a tough guy then? Like, were you on the tennis court? Like, what's up, fool? Let's play fucking 30 love, fool.
I did lose my temper and threw my racket at a guy once because he was just like an overweight kid, and he was kind of laughing at me, and I was playing hard, and he was making me run around, and I just made a few mistakes, and he was trying to heckle me, and I threw my racket at him, and I didn't try to hit him. I just wanted to scare him, so I got in trouble for that.
I like that.
Well, we joked about it. I still think it'd be so fun because, folks don't know, we used to work together sometimes over on UFC Now, which was really fun. It was a show which was on Fight Pass. And you and I would work together a lot with Alan and stuff. But we joked about hustling people on the tennis court because, I like to play tennis a lot too. And I still think it'd be fun. I was telling my mom about that earlier. I was like, no, the funny thing is if we walked up there, people wouldn't expect it. And, I bet you're like way better than me, but I just still think it'd be funny to walk up because we will look like a couple of scrubs.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing. And then we could probably pretty much like hustle people. And especially, I'm not never mind. Here comes a Renato joke. I was going to say, like, when you play mixed doubles, I'm not afraid of getting like a hard.
I get it.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead. You're getting a walk. Go ahead.
I'm not afraid of getting a hard ball from the guy across the court. A lot of time they will target the women when you play mixed doubles.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna target you with my balls, so don't worry about that one. I target you with something
practice though, because playing doubles is complicated. It's a lot of communication.
I know, because I totally prefer singles. Because every time I play doubles, I'm like, why are there so many people here? Like, get out of my way,
Yeah. So when I first played in high school, they started off like a ranking system, and if you were way up, it went like top 3 were singles varsity, and then you went doubles varsity. So the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they were all playing doubles, and then after that was singles JV, and then doubles JV, and I was like ranked like 22nd, and then I had to like battle all the way. So if there was a short time, I had to play doubles a couple times, and I was like, I don't like this.
No,
it's hard. You gotta really know someone to be able to communicate.
Exactly. Yeah, I started out playing doubles, and then I started playing singles, and I'm like, I don't want to ever go back to doubles, and I do it still just for fun. And at least that was one of the things during COVID that was one of the first things you got to go out and be social with. You know what I mean? But I have to get into pickleball because I know that pickleball is the thing that everybody.
What is that? I keep hearing about that shit. I don't have no fucking clue.
I don't know how to play
pickleball, huh?
It's just a little court, and they use a wiffle ball basically, and it's crazy because you got to hit the ball so hard and it barely goes over the net. So you're trying to go, but it's very short. It's kind of like badminton, but cross between badminton and tennis. But it's very fast paced. And it's a wooden.
Is it what's the paddle, or is it a racket? Like
I believe it's wooden. With
what do pickles have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Makes sense.
It must have been a halftime snack or something. I don't know.
Well, Karyn, no, she like that one. She like a fresh cucumber. Or a zucchini.
So, Cub, are you the type that I know now obviously you said 4 to 6 weeks for your hand, but for this year, are you the type, have you laid out the goals for the year already, or are you saying like I want to fight 3 times, I want to fight I mean, now the schedule might be a little bit funky, but or are you just kind of like, hey, let me listen to my body and just play it by ear and see what I feel like doing?
Yeah, usually I'm a big like New Year's resolution person. I think the people that don't like New Year's resolutions are the people that can't hold them.
Okay.
So I like that. Those are the people that are always they can't stay true to them. That's why they don't like them.
That's why they don't like them. Makes sense.
Me, like at least once a year, you should be reassessing your goals and where you're going. But this year, this one's going to be different for me because you know, I'm taking my time. I'm trying to figure out what my next move is. Mm-hmm. I've talked to the UFC about doing 135.
Oh, really?
And so I'm in a good position. As soon as this heals, I got a bunch of my teammates that are all bouncing back. Juan, TJ, Dan Argueta, all these guys that I train with are all 35ers. And I'm like, this was such an easy cut for me. I could have made 140 pretty easily. I don't think I could have made 35, but with a little bit more diet, I think. So my plan is to kind of get back on the diet, train with these guys, help them get ready for their fights, and see how my body is responding to these guys, these high level 135ers.
Yeah.
Doing what with the little bit of the weight drop. So if my body is liking it, then I'm going to do it. If it's not, then I still have tons of options at 145.
What you need to cut out, my brother? Like, what's the thing that you're like, ugh, well, now I got to stop doing this?
Sugar.
But like, in what, you don't sit there with a bag of sugar. Like what?
No, sometimes after fights, and it's bad too, because everyone knows how much I like cookies. So like all the neighbors in my neighborhood, they
bake that ones.
And then people will just drop them off at my house, and then I have to get rid of them, so I eat them.
Yeah.
Do they do a marijuana cookies too?
No, but I don't mind those. It's good.
You don't mind that one. So you open to going to what?
It's good for the arthritis.
Yeah.
It's good for you glaucoma too. Are you open to doing the high haulers?
I am open to it, but it would probably be once I decide I'm done fighting, because they're a little, you know.
They loosey-goosey with some of the stuffs over there.
The last time I grappled, I
was just going to say.
And you know, a lot of people were pretty bummed out.
Wait, what happened?
Jake.
Yeah, I was going with Jake Shields, and he reaped me, and I didn't even know about that one.
That's how his knee got jacked up.
No, I didn't know that. I wasn't trying to bring up a sore subject. I had no idea.
All good. Yeah, I should have went down, but I didn't want to go down because I know how top. I knew that my only chance was to stay on top, and so my knee completely. I ripped my ACL right down the middle in half.
Fuck. That's why I hate those fucking things. Ugh.
Yeah. So it's it took me a year exactly to rehab it, and it was like I was at it was during the COVID, so I had to wear a mask every day and doing, you know, these crazy workouts. Like in the beginning, I had like paper masks, and they would like get soaking wet, and I felt like I was waterboarding myself. And yeah, it was miserable, but
that sucks.
Did it, you know, and I was pretty proud about that.
Well, you know, I wanted to ask you, you know, you were talking about going down in weight because obviously Jose Aldo has gone down there and he has been able to reinvent himself and put a whole new lease on life. And it's funny because, you know, we were just talking about him with his fight the other day, and he's one of those guys where you feel like he's way older than he is, but I think he actually only just turned 34, 35 or something in September. Do you know what I mean? It's just
that's a backhanded compliment for him.
No, it is. It's just because he's such a warrior who's been around forever that people wanted to write him off already. They're like, oh, he needs to go out and retire. He put him out to pasture. And it's like, no, the guy still has a lot left to give. And so that's what I was going to say. I feel like the idea of you going down to 35 could be the same thing. It's like a way to kind of hit a whole new reset button and just like you said, put an extension and just try some new things, give yourself some new looks, and you know, do something different for
she's saying basically that you look old.
Right?
And she want you to have a new look, and that you look old than you are, like Jose Aldo for her.
Yeah,
something
it's
like
lighting in here, I think, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it might correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't want to step on what you're saying, but I wanted to cut to the chase. That's what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is did you draw any inspiration? I'm asking. Seeing Jose's success.
Very inspired by him.
Yeah.
There's been a few people that I've been inspired by to do it. You know, seeing Frankie. Yeah. He dropped to 45 from 55, and then down to 35, but. Jose Aldo, definitely just seeing him do his thing. And the biggest thing about me and Aldo is when we fought way back in the day, we were like almost the exact same size and build. So seeing him at 35 and looking great, you know, it's like, man, all right. it's making me want to try it.
Cool. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, and it's so many new, fresh opponents. You know.
Yes.
Everyone at 45, they're like, you know, you fought everybody. It's like, well, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's not your fault, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of fresh. But yeah, it's up to my body because it's crazy when I'm heavier. I feel everything. You know, my shoulders, my back, my knees.
Yeah.
It's like but then when I'm at a certain weight, I feel phenomenal. So I'm trying to make sure that if I drop below that weight that I really like, if I'll still feel good. If I don't, then I need to stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
I got a question because this keep coming up in the comment over and over with different people. And I have no fucking idea, but you guys might. They keep saying, do you guys know what's going on with the UFC? If it's gonna turn like normal, or are we going back to some weird stuff? So what's going on?
I mean, I know the plan was for us to go back out on the road this year.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're kind of tied to every state that they're you know in. They have to go by the guidelines, right? Because the athletic commission is a state funded organization, right? So it's government. So,
but state government as opposed to federal government,
yeah. So every state's whatever they're doing, and government has to abide by it more than anybody, right? So if they're in Vegas, they have to abide by whatever Vegas protocols. So for our fight, it was you know, it was kind of in the news. They were ready to ditch all the pre-COVID testing before you get there, and then this new variant popped up, and then all of a sudden they told us, hey, we didn't send out those kits, but you guys have to go and get one before you come. So everybody, I was kind of like, why didn't you guys send them to us? I didn't understand until I got there that it was kind of a last minute thing. They were ditching all that stuff. They're like, we're over it. We're past that. And then it was the state came back.
And then Omicron.
So I think when they travel to like Houston and Florida, it's going to be a little bit more open with crowds. But state by state.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida now.
You are? Oh, that's high. You out there? Yeah.
No, well.
That's why you don't have all those tchotchkes behind you and shit now.
You know, I got pictures of me and my.
Oh, I can't see that far.
And like, there's pictures of me and my brother and my family and stuff.
Any cheesecake photos of you, boy?
No, but I took some on the beach today. Maybe I'll share them tomorrow. But the funny thing is I got some great material for like Throwback Thursday. You know what I mean? Like taking pictures of, and then my daughter. It's so funny because she looks a lot. We look very similar, and so like I'll come across pictures, and it looks like her at the same age. You know,
yeah.
So that is kind of fun. But that actually reminds me of a question I had, Cub. Like, is there one thing, if you know, now that you are this into this career, like, is there something you wish a coach had told you, or conversely, like, what was the best advice a coach ever gave you? Like, I'm just thinking because you do, like you said, mentor other fighters and coach other fighters, and you and Bisbing have the UFC gym even and stuff. But like, I'm thinking for fighters starting out, you'd be such a wealth of knowledge. Is there some main thing you wish you knew when you were younger?
Man, there's so much to learn. Whenever I would go like talk to kids at like schools, that's what I always try to tell them is like, look, take a job like mine. You think like, yeah, I'll fight people. That's cool. That's an easy job. You know, it's like, no, it's, you have to.
That's an easy job.
Yeah. I mean, just even, let's say you're physically tough. That's easy, right? Like, but you have to learn about taxes. You have to learn about diet. You have to learn about the whole body. You know, I've seen so many doctors and physical therapists just getting worked on that I've learned so much. And when people ask me about injuries, I feel like I'm an expert on things. You know, like you name it, you have to learn about it or pay somebody to do it. And that's what I'm always telling people. And then once you make it pretty big and you're supposed to like meet, you know, like these rich people over here and hang out with these people. You're trying to
like myself,
do a business deal. Exactly.
You've hubbed elbows with me in the heel world too. You know, And that was a treat. That was a treat for you, Paul.
Yeah, it was. We got some little Brazilian food. I remember it was a good time.
And he remember I
what was her name?
You know what? I came to him. Oh yeah, exact. But I came to that was later. I came to him. I mean, with him to his first audition for the UFC show. You know, for the commentating.
Oh yeah.
Remember me,
really?
you, and Ike, Valley Flag.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I remembered. I remember I was terrified because I went into it like not thinking anything, and then they brought me into the studio, into like where all the guys behind the scenes are in that big control room, and they're screaming and they're freaking out because the baseball game's going too long.
Was this at Fox or where was it?
Fox, yeah.
And
it's like NASA in there.
I know.
And I remember somebody was trying to say their lines and kept messing up, and they're like, "We don't got time. Move past
I know
it."
who it was, and I'm not gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna throw him under the bus.
I know. I think I might know who it is too.
But it made me start stressing hard, and then I was like, man, this is chaos. What? And then once you guys filmed the show, we were filming a fake show, like a tryout show after to see how I did. And when I went out there on set, I was like, man, this is so much more calm.
Did I do that with you?
I think it was me, you, and Chael.
Yeah, I'm sure it was me because I know there. Like I used to have to do audition with people all the time.
Yeah. So, it was wild, and I had a good time. But yeah, being in the control room, that was like, that just made me think it was going to be so much worse because it was so chaotic. And then once I went out on the stage, you know, on the show, it was like, it was just peaceful. I was like, oh, this.
Yeah, because you're just talking to your friends. Really,
yeah,
that's the whole point, and that's the whole thing we always try to impart is that just want it to be a conversation among homies, and like the fans get to listen in, and sometimes you tell them something directly to them, but like really just that they get to kick it with you guys. So yeah, I like that's why you get to do this stuff with us.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. So talk about fighting, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah. I do got to get out of here.
We were just about to say that to you anyway.
I know.
Hey, you know what? Wait, hey, Chael. I mean, somebody will hold Chael, so I just had that in my mind for her.
Right.
But Cubby, I know that you want to stay and whatever kibitz and stuff with us for a long time here, but we gotta kind of keep the show hauling.
I get it.
Okay, and no disrespect, huh?
I'm being stagnant. You gotta get the.
No.
We gotta get the energy flowing in here. So what?
Oh my God, no.
I'm just gonna suck it all out, all the energy.
Yeah.
Well, we have everybody.
You've taken enough of our Chinese.
Let them know we do an after party. We take this party over to YouTube.
Yeah, but he's not gonna be at that one because he got to go to Betty Bye.
He's got a family, but
you know because Cub Swanson, like he's like the three bear. Where you got that nickname?
You're just jealous,
huh?
You never heard? I've told that story so many times. Come on.
Oh, maybe if you're tired of that one, we save it for another.
No. Yeah, both my brothers are a little lighter skinned than me, colored eyes. They look.
I know what that's like, for huh?
Yeah. So I came out dark and chubby, and my brother couldn't say my name. He just called me Cub, and so that was my nickname since birth. They called me Cub.
That's not so bad, for
Oh yeah, simple.
it's good.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned
when I was really little, they called me Cubby. And then as I got older, it was Cub, you know.
Cub is so cute.
Yeah,
well,
last
question before you go, because it's what I was talking about when I introduced you. But is the beer making a comeback ever?
I don't think so. No, but I'd love to, you know, get it done somewhere. And you know, I just like doing the, you know, playing with that stuff, licensing my name. I did really well for a long time with damage control with mouthpieces.
Right.
Man, doing the math on it, I think we sold maybe like 6,000-7,000 Killer Cub mouthpieces, like something crazy. So, yeah, it's fun doing that stuff. You never know. I think the next thing I got coming out is maybe a teddy bear.
For the ladies can have that one.
Maybe you guys will see it soon. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, give my best to the beautiful wife Kenda, and
and give my best to your wifey as well.
And please don't.
don't tell your kids about me because I'm like Krampus. They don't want to hear about your Uncle Hanach.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But thank you so much for joining us, Cub. It's always great to see you. Happy New Year, and I hope you heal up soon.
Happy New Year, Kahabi.
See you guys.
Okay. Ciao.
See you later, Cub. Bye.
Oh, Cub Swans. Oh, Cub Swans. You like that one. You want to hug that one like a little teddy bear.
Who doesn't love Cub Swanson?
Yeah. Well, probably some people from his past. You know, like some guys at the juvenile hall who try to that he stick with a plastic knife from the you know cafeteria or something like that. But aside from that, probably a lot of people like that guy.
Okay, so listen, while we have people, we are going to wrap this up here on Instagram in just a minute or two, and we're going to go over to my YouTube channel, where we are going to keep the party going, the Instagram, I mean the festivities after party. A lot more stuff to talk about over there. So people can go, I put the link up to it in my stories, and the link is on the festivities Instagram bio if you want to look at it there, but we'll be over there in just a couple of minutes. But if you want to get a couple of questions before we go, what are you laughing at?
No, because sometimes they're going like fat Chinese kid, you know, like he's a fat Chinese kid. When he was a kid, that he was fat and he played Chinese. And then another guy, I was laughing earlier in the interview, but I didn't want to derail what he was saying. Somebody was like, something. They said something about how his garage or whatever, or they asked if he was still in prison. He's recording this from prison or whatever. You know, because it looked like a fucking warehouse or something. I don't know.
Man, we got some cutthroat viewers.
Yeah, they just trying to, you know, get some zingers in or whatever, you know. As long as they at other people's expense, you expense, Kabi Swans, that's fine with me. But then when they start going at your Uncle Hanach, I find that one distasteful.
Distasteful. You find it distasteful.
Yeah, it's more fun to give than to receive, you know. So it's more fun to dish out, you know, fucked up comments than it is to receive the ones.
Nice. Well, somebody's saying, is Lionheart going to be there? I hope so. Let me.
You never know, Poha. You never know.
Oh wait. He texted.
Oh, you was talking about Dana White when he came last time. You said he was at Jackson's Hole. I thought they shut that place down after Michael Jackson was died or whatever. They still
Neverland?
operate that one, huh?
With Neverland?
I thought it's called Jackson's Hole.
We're gonna go to YouTube in a couple of minutes.
He wasn't at Jackson's Hole?
Yeah, he was in. Dana was in Jackson Hole. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that where what's his name? Michael Jackson used to have like a carousel and like a bumper cars and stuff like that.
I know that's Neverland Ranch. That's not in Jackson Hole. That was just in California. Ranch. That was just in California.
Well, I still stay away from Jack's Hole anyway, Karyn. I don't like the name.
I understand.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's what Dana said before too. I understand.
Jackson Hole. Well, how came up with that name? It don't sound inviting. Then you're going to Jackson's Hole.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, we should wrap it up and we could go over to YouTube and get that going over there. And I was telling Anthony that we were going over there to YouTube. So
I'm your father, Steve Jones.
What?
Nothing. Somebody said Stacy said we need Hashaj.
Yes, I don't know if Rashad.
Yeah, get Hashaj so I can fuck with it, so I can fuck with his hair. And to make him feel uncomfortable.
No, I know it's
yes, Ireland for her.
But yeah, no, if we can wrap this up because this way.
You want to know something exciting?
What?
I mean, you might not give a fuck probably because it's not about you or some celebrity that you know. I
care about other things.
Not about you partying with Terrence Trent D'Arby back in the old days or whatever the fuck he was doing. Or the lead singer from Simply Head or whatever, something like that.
No.
That's what you was doing back then. No. But I just sent away my shit for 23andMe so I can find out all the goodies.
Good.
I know a lot more. I know a lot of the goodies, but my mom did one recently, and there was some shit in there that we didn't know about.
Okay, well we can compare when you get them.
The only one I didn't know about is I guess apparently I'm part Dutch. Like, really? Yeah, like your boy, fucking what's his name, Overeem.
Alistair.
Yeah.
Well, Alistair gets the chocolate from Jamaica, though. He's half Jamaican.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's why he tried to steal his look from me anyway. But I always did that one better. He tried to have the curls, huh?
Overeem was biting your look.
That's why he overcompensated. Like, he saw me one time. He came to Legend and he saw me in the flash. And we looked. He was like, "Oh, Cara, I got to do something to differentiate myself." So he started to take horse meat, and he started to lift weight and to get more big, so he can be even more strong. You know.
Got it.
But still, it's not gonna help anyway for her. Anyway, okay. Oh, Greenland.
Okay, so folks, yes. There is a link to the after party in my stories. There is a link to the after party on the Festivities Instagram page. And also, if you just go to Karyn Bryant, YouTube.com/Karyn Bryant, you'll see us over there. We just need about 5 minutes to post this, and then we kick it up over there. And yeah, we take a lot more questions and everything, and we keep it going. And Notch looks like he's in a mood.
I'm just looking some of the comments, you know, because now when the guest is not on there, I can look at that one and really pay attention, you know.
Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for watching. We are going to YouTube. We will be over on Karyn Bryant, my YouTube over there in just like 5 minutes, maybe even less, because I have all my stuff right here. I just need to post this and kick open the computer. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ciao.
Okay. We'll see you over there, folks.
Ciao, everyone. Yeah, the fixing. Okay.